In today's video, let's head over to the amusement park and try out the world's most extreme rides. From getting swung over the edge of a 1,300-foot cliff, to constantly twisting and turning on your seat in consecutive track spins. Let's start off with the coaster ride that definitely earned its horrific name. Number 10. Tower of Terror 2. Opened in the late 90s, the Tower of Terror was a steel shuttle beast of a roller coaster at the Dream World amusement park. It was the very first roller coaster in the world to reach 100 miles per hour, or roughly 160 kilometers an hour. This made its way to be the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world at the time. The ride carries 15 passengers at a time and used a rigid lap bar utilizing a hydraulic locking system to keep the passengers in place. The original ride cost 16 million Australian dollars to construct and an additional $1 million when it was modified and relaunched in 2010. By that time, the Tower of Terror 2 was the fourth largest in height, the third in tallest drops, and the fourth fastest among roller coaster categories. Modifications were necessary to limit speeds and how long passengers would feel weightlessness from the drop to avoid future incidents. However, in October 2019, Dreamworld announced that they would be closing the ride by November of the same year. It was a decision made to make room for future developments in the park as well as expansions. Number 9. The X-Scream. The fear of heights is a major concern when going for extreme amusement park rides, but this one ride takes that fear to a whole other level. The X-Scream is located at the very top of the Strat in Las Vegas. At a height of approximately 260 meters off the ground, this is the third highest amusement park ride in the world. Although looking quite simple and short, the ride will get your blood pumping in your veins as it seemingly pushes you right off the edge of the tracks. Like a seesaw, the trackway pivots vertically to allow the single open-top car to roll back and forth along the 21-meter length of the tracks. You better be ready to quickly roll forward to face the city down below as the track actually extends over 8 meters past the edge of the building. And the way that it's programmed makes it so that the passengers wouldn't expect when they would be teetering over the edge. Almost every single time it will take everyone by surprise and give them the feeling that they're about to fall off the building. Number 8. Giant Canyon Swing. Swings are a playground staple, and everyone loves going up higher and higher on a swing. But don't be fooled by this ride's name, as it is considered one of America's most extreme rides. The Giant Canyon Swing is located in Glenwood's Caverns Adventure Park, and it only takes up to 4 passengers at a time. The idea is simple, but the adrenaline rush from experiencing it yourself is an understatement. It will swing you back and forth like a pendulum with top speeds of 50 miles per hour. People who experience the ride say that their stomach feels a little more ticklish than normal once they feel gravity lose its power on them. But that's not all that makes the ride terrifying, it's the fact that it's perched at the edge of a cliffside above the Colorado River with a height of over 1,300 feet. Steve Beckley, the owner of the park, was absolutely horrified after riding it once, and he never got back on it again. The Grand Canyon Swing is already a little old now, but it is still extensively loved by the media and remains a solid park favorite. Number 7. Big Shot. Another contender from the Strat Las Vegas, the Big Shot is their air-pressured power tower ride. And although the Skydrop in Canton Tower, China is the world's highest in terms of elevation above ground level, the Big Shot is actually a theme park ride, so it's still considered the world's highest amusement park ride. The 50-meter tower ride is built atop the 281-meter high deck of the building, making the full ascent to the top an elevation of over 330 meters off the ground. Max acceleration is up to 45 miles per hour and leaves everyone with a 4-second feeling of being weightless. Before you can even catch your breath, you'll immediately be shot back up again with a force unmatched by any other Vegas thrill parks. Be sure to be wearing your shoes, as your legs will be dangling up and down for the whole experience. Number 6. Expedition G-Force. Constructed in 2001 to celebrate the 30-year anniversary of Holiday Park in Germany, the Expedition G-Force is one of the largest roller coasters in Europe and cost over 10 million euros. It has a unique first drop at an 82-degree angle, and the train car can travel up to 120 kilometers per hour. There is also 7 separate periods of weightlessness for the whole duration of the ride, and at its highest, the ride reaches 53 meters off the ground. Before the opening of the Silver Star in Europa Park, the Expedition G-Force was the tallest roller coaster in mainland Europe. It was constructed by Swiss manufacturers who used an uncommon lift system for the ride. Instead of using conventional chain lifts, a faster cable lift was used with the catch car. In the game Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, this ride is one of the pre-built ones ready for use as a demo. Following the ride's popularity, it has also received several Best European Roller Coaster awards, such as the Golden Ticket Award. Number 5. Kingda Ka. Located at Six Flags Adventure, New Jersey, the Kingda Ka is one of the first accelerator coaster models in America. As soon as it opened in May of 2005, it became the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world. The train cars are released by a hydraulic launching mechanism and accelerate the movement to 128 miles per hour in just about 3.5 seconds. Once it reaches the main top hat tower at the end of the track, passengers are approximately 456 feet off the ground before dropping 420 feet down. While it is still considered the tallest in the world today, the speed record has been broken recently by a Dubai amusement park. But the Kingda Ka is still the fastest coaster in North America. To successfully try the ride, guests are required to pass through a jungle-themed entrance surrounded by bamboo and a full jungle ambiance. Along the way, there will be signs and safety warnings about the ride that can be read while lining for their turn. It is a known issue with the ride that rollbacks will occur, where the train car might not be able to successfully climb to the top hat of the tracks. However, guests are already informed that should this happen, they are safely retracted back to the start for a full relaunch. Number 4. Colossus. This next ride may not be the tallest, nor is it one of the fastest, but this scratches another kind of itch that some thrill seekers are looking for when it comes to unusual roller coasters. If you're a fan of getting twisted and turned upside down over and over again, this is just the ride for you. The UK's Colossus boasts up to 10 wild and varied inversions and held the Guinness World Record for the most looping roller coaster in the world until 2013. The coaster chain lifts you up 100 feet in the air, and by that time, you're on top of the world before you plummet downward at speeds of around 72 kilometers per hour. This is enough speed to build momentum for an intense cobra roll, 2 corkscrews, and 4 consecutive heartline rolls just 10 feet off the ground. It's time to make sure you don't have any loose change in your pockets. And just when you think it's all over, the ride will roll you upside down one last time to complete the set of 10 loops. The Colossus is definitely not a ride for people who just recently had their lunch break. Mountain in Valencia, California. It holds the title of being the world's first fourth dimension roller coaster and was the final roller coaster created by the ride manufacturer Aerodynamics. But just what does fourth dimension mean for this ride? The unique train car seats move 360 degrees forward and in reverse, completely independent from the main train car itself. This gives anyone riding it the constant feeling of always falling off the train car. So it doesn't matter if you're going up, twisting, or dropping down, the seat will always be changing directions and it won't be the same exact experience every time you ride. In 2007, the ride closed for renovations to become the ride we know today. It was repainted and given new special effects features like a sound system that plays different audio tracks on the seat depending on where you are in the ride. And it even sports a pair of flamethrowers that greet you on the ride going upwards. Number 2. Ijanika. As the saying goes, what some can do, others can do better. And that's just what Ijanika in Fuji-Q Highland, Japan did. It is the world's second fourth-dimensional roller coaster, but it is also taller, faster, and longer than its predecessor. Reaching a height of nearly 250 feet and paired with speeds of 78 miles per hour, this roller coaster also holds the Guinness World Record for the greatest number of inversions on a single ride. Ijanika has several meanings, but locals say that it directly translates to, "Ain't it great?" Adding up the controlled swinging back and forth of the 360-degree seats, expect to experience up to 14 inversions in just around 2 minutes. However, rather than the tracks causing the inversions, it is accomplished by the spinning seats from the 3 major track twists. Because of the spinning seat inversions, it has led to some controversy regarding the ride's world records. Roller coaster enthusiasts and the Roller Coaster Database, RCDB, do not acknowledge the seat inversions for the purpose of record holding. So, for some, the Smiler roller coaster at also 14 inversions should be the one. Insanity. Insanity the Ride is a kind of experience that will really burn Vegas into your mind. Another ride from the Strat Las Vegas, This one takes all awards when it comes to feeling helpless over a nearly 1,000-foot drop. A massive mechanical arm extends 64 feet over the side of the building, and guests will be spinning around in the open air. You won't even have the choice to not look down because the seats are adjusted to a 70-degree angle, tilting everyone's body to a fixed position where looking up, down, or sideways won't help you. If you're brave enough to keep your eyes open on the ride, the breathtaking view of downtown Las Vegas is a justifiable reward. The mechanism is also specially programmed to do different kinds of motions, which means that no two rides will ever feel the same. If you're feeling a little scared, friends might suggest downing a couple Vegas-style cocktails to build up that courage, but you're not actually allowed to be drinking on the ride, or else it'll end up badly for everyone involved.